it's Matty coming at you with another Planet Coaster Park Spotlight. Thank you for joining me, welcome to the video. And welcome to Heartland Towers, created by the one and only Tommy CM. Most people will be familiar with who Tommy CM is. He is another very popular YouTuber who also does park spotlights and builds these amazing parks. I will make sure to leave his link down below. But let's have a look at this park on the workshop, shall we? So welcome to Heartland Towers, a growing theme park within a forest. A wide selection of rides and coasters await you, as well as a few themed areas. Follow the build on my YouTube channel, Tommy CM. So let's hop into this park. So here we are in the park entrance. Now, like the previous spotlight that I did for Tommy CM, this series is actually on his YouTube channel, and he actually built the entire park in a series. The same as Stage Door Studios. I highly recommend it. It's a very enjoyable series. I watched the entire series from start to finish again. Brilliant series, albeit I think his newest series, the recreation of Alden Towers, is probably his best one, but this is still well worth a watch. I really like this entrance, Tommy. It's very different. It's quite unique and original. The only thing I would potentially say is I would reduce these lights. I would halve these lights, to be honest. I just think there's too many, mate. If it is that maybe you felt it was a little bit too dark once you deleted some, you could always maybe just drop some lights below the ground, potentially, because you've still got the street lights above ground that are giving the illusion of all that light. And if it was that you didn't like just how much darker it was when you deleted these lights, like I say, just pop some lights below the ground. But other than that, I really like this entrance. And we've got this little building over here. So we've got a set of toilets. So lots of toilets in there. I like how you've covered them all up as well. Nice little touch. And here we've got the main entrance building with this coaster that goes right over the top. Bit of a different interpretation. Now, normally, myself included, I'll try and put some kind of transport ride through the entrance. And that's what a lot of people do. But no, you come along and you're like, I'm just going to put a coaster over the top of it. Because why not? And it looks really good as well. And them loops are awesome. Really good. Looking forward to go on that. So we'll hop through the entrance. Now, I know what is on the left hand side of the park, and probably the best thing in the park is on the left. So because of that, we're going to go right. I really like this entranceway, this whole plaza as you walk through. I like what you've done with the fencing and the trees, so where the path just doesn't quite meet up, you put the fencing around and you put the foliage around, and you've even got a support for the ride in there as well. That looks ace. So to the right we've got Pulse, Grand Canyon, the Ring with Stand, and then we've got Test Flight, put your tongue back in, Matty, Flight of Falcon, Falcon's Nest, Timber, Tree Topper, Human Turbine, Rusty, Soaring, Transition, and Gekko. So let's go right, shall we? So we've got the Human Turbine to our left. I mean, that is awesome. Where is the queue line for Human Turbine? I can't remember where the queue line is. It might be, is it round the back? It might be down here maybe. There we go, yeah, right. So we've got these wind turbines that you built as well. So this park is supposed to be all green and everything. I love the fact that you've thought of that. Like an eco park, so to speak. But we come to the Human Turbine. Nice little queue path. I like that down there. Walk around here. And then up into here. And this is awesome. This flat ride inside here is ace. Yeah, love that. I love the roofing that you've done as well. And then you've got the great big wind turbines on either side as well. Such a unique idea. Very original with that one. I watched him build this on the stream on his YouTube, and yeah, I laughed when I saw this, just because of the originality of it. And we've got a water feature in front of it, so top marks from me there. Not going to argue with any kind of water feature, am I? And then we've got the coaster here now. Whereabouts is it? I just want to watch it come around. There we go. That's awesome. So let's have a walk around to this coaster, shall we? So we've got Pulse. Let's have a walk down this queue line. Very busy queue, understandably. I'm just going to hop over everybody here. As always, Matty is clearly the most important person here. I take precedence over absolutely everybody. I like the station with the scabola on the top and then the lights, and then you've got the ivy down the side. That's a really nice station. Not overly done either. Let's have a look at the stats. So we've got Pulse, not green across the board, doesn't matter. G-forces well within some good limits. So without further ado, let's go for a ride. Enjoy the first ride, everyone. Really good coaster. Very smooth, some great inversions, some fantastic sight lines as it went around. I like the colour palette that you've chosen, the orange and the blue. I think that works really, really well. And you had some good triggers on that as well. I particularly like the bit where it comes down here. There you go, that was good timing. And you've got the water triggers that just go there. And then it goes into that barrel roll. Yeah, the coaster itself was absolutely brilliant. I really enjoyed that. I think it fit the theme perfectly. And I also liked how you could see the river rapids as it came around. Now, in the interest of fairness, now, I already know for a fact that Tommy knows about this because I watched one of his spotlights last night and he was giving feedback to somebody else about this. But just the bit where you've got the track that goes through the building, there are ways and means around that. I already know that Tommy knows how to do that. It must have maybe just been a little bit of an oversight just when you were doing it. But for people who do struggle with that, you can always split pieces from the building and move them around, and then there are differing shapes as well. I'm not going to go into the entire thing now, not in the middle of a spotlight, because I don't think that's fair. But if anybody does have any questions or wants advice on how to stop that from happening, then by all means get in touch with myself or Tommy. We can both talk you through how to make that look a lot more natural down there. But let's hop out the exit path. I like that lighting, you know. Don't know why, I just like the reflection that is causing down there. Just the shadows that it's causing. Don't know why, that just really tickled my fancy, that. Very strange. What's down there? Ooh, what's down here? Well, I seem to remember him building this. I think, right, so what was happening, he was having some bottleneck issues, so he just created this path down here just to try and break it up a little bit, I remember now. And this brings you to this carousel. Again, nicely coloured. I like the colour palette that you're using around this park. This very kind of like musty yellow and blue. And you've got Pulse that colour. You've got the carousel, that colour. I like how you've kind of like kept a consistent theme. That's really good. We've got the Turbine shop here. I am aware that I'm going back on myself here. I'm just conscious of missing anything. What I would have been potentially tempted to do, Tommy, is maybe just put some roof tiling down here for the flooring. Maybe just to break it up just that ever so slightly. But I do like that you built that shop into the exit of the human turbine. I really like that. I would have also been tempted, you know, instead of having that roof, I would have been tempted to have that glass roof, you know, on there. Because the shop itself feels quite claustrophobic, very enclosed, and quite dark. I would have had the same roof that you'd had on the human turbine on the shop, maybe. But, right, if I go that way, hang on. I know this park is quite small, but even still, I still don't want to miss anything. So let's just carry on just walking down this way just for a second. And then we'll come back to Rusty in a second. So, I like how on both sides you've got it really different. So on this side you've got the greenery, you've got the trees, you've got the foliage. And then on this side you've got all the rock, all the dead area. That's quite cool. Let's have a walk down here. I can hear something. What can I hear? Is that my mic?
A few moments later.
Okay, so I'm not going to lie. Sorry for the strange edit there. I actually genuinely thought that that was my mic. Or my headphones that were breaking. But it wasn't. It's the sound of the fire. Very faintly. And I've just taken a good 2 or 3 minutes trying to work out what it was. I was like, is it them fire torches? I couldn't actually tell or not. But yeah, it is. It's the fire torches that are creating that little crackling sound. And I thought my headset was broken. So yeah, that was awkward. Moving on swiftly. I mean, to be fair, I could have edited the whole thing out and you guys would have had no idea whatsoever, but I'll keep it in. You know me, I just don't care. You can all have a laugh at my expense. So the not so great canyon. Oh, love it. So I mean, it's a bit quiet. Why is it so quiet? Is it open? Oh, is this open? Tommy, you've got it in testing. You've opened the park with it in testing. There you go, it's open. Shall we wait for some people to come down? I love this queue line though. I really like that. It's a bit short for river rapids, knowing what river rapids get like. But I'm not even going to bother having a look at the stats because it doesn't matter. It's a river rapids. I love what you've done with the station, just covering it with the rocks, and then the fact that you've got the life buoys on there as well, just for safety. Got to think about that safety. But right, let's go for a ride. Enjoy, everyone. So with this being a river rapids, we'll just have a talk as we go around. I really like the theming straight away on this river rapids. The fact that it goes around the rocks and you've got all the dead trees everywhere. All the cactuses. I think it's a cactus when it's a single and a cactar when it's multiple. I think. I'm not sure. Somebody let me know down in the comments if I'm right or not. And feel free to laugh at me if I'm wrong, because let's face it, this spotlight is just completely falling apart, to be honest. We've got a bit of missing fence there on the right hand side. I remember Tommy saying that when he built this, he was doing the fence all the way around the outside, and he couldn't actually put the fence on there because it was too close to the borders of the park, and he was getting really cross with it. And he just ended up giving up because he just couldn't put that bit of fence on there, so I know why that's not there. And Tommy also has a hatred of the river rapid speed. It's like every single spotlight he ever does, I think he mentions about the river rapid speed. Not every spotlight he does. Every spotlight that has a river rapids in, should I say. It's not like he opens his video, "Hi guys, Tommy CM here, I hate river rapids." It's not like that. It's just spotlights that has one of the river rapids in. That makes more sense when I say it like that. When I finish this spotlight, I think I might go back to bed and then hopefully wake up later on and just restart today. Because today is just falling apart completely. I'm sorry, Tommy. This is why you all need to go and subscribe to Tommy CM to get professional spotlights on your parks. Not whatever this is today. Just this complete and utter mess of a spotlight. Oh dear. Oh, whatever. I like this waterfall. That's very, very good. Water. I'm just sitting here shaking my head. Oh, I need to get my focus back again. Back on track, Matty. Back on track. Right. What I do really like about those river rapids is the fact that you have put this fence all the way around, and you've got to think that was quite a strenuous process. That is not going to be quick. It's not going to be easy. Tommy has taken the time to manually put each fence piece around this ride. I mean, that's some commitment right there. That's really impressive how you've done that. And I love the fact that you've come underneath them rocks there as well. That's really cool. And I believe this is coming up to the end. That's quite a short river rapids as well, which isn't a bad thing. Here we come back into the station. So there we go, a really good ride. So in between getting off that ride and then starting filming again, Chrissy has just informed me that a cactar is from Final Fantasy, which I know, because they're really, really annoying and they do 1,000 needles on you and always kill you, or 10,000 needles on you and kill you. So I should have known that. It's actually a cacti. So thank you, Chrissy, for pointing out my stupidness. But once again, I just want to say I really like the station, and what I hadn't noticed before was the fact that you put these fences there, just hiding the metal fencing. I really like that. I really like that station. But let's hop out the exit, shall we? And sprint around the rest of this park and get it finished as quick as humanly possible, so you can all quickly go and unsubscribe and leave some negative comments down below. It's like, why do we even follow you, Matty? What's the point in even watching you? You have no idea what you're doing. So we've got a helium ring there. Let's carry on walking around here. You see, you're still carrying on this mustic yellow and blue coming around here, which I do absolutely love. I really like that theming that you've done. I maybe would have liked to have seen a bit more in the sense of terrain paint, Tommy. You know what I'm like with my terrain paint, and all the trees, they just don't look that naturally placed, if you don't mind me saying. I mean, what terrain paints have you actually got? Right, so we've got no dry grass, unfortunately, but we have got this rock, which sometimes works. If we change that to, like, say 10%, bring that down to about 3 meters. I mean, yeah, I mean, that works. Even if you were to just do that, that still kind of like gives that dead grass effect. And the same around your paths as well. It'll just make it look that much more natural. But let's hide that horrible HUD. Let's change that camera mode back, and let's carry on. So we've got an insanity ride here, just hidden behind the trees. And we carry on around here. It's very secluded, this area. Very off the beaten path. I mean, is there even any guests over here at all? There's not many, is there? We've got a food court here. I love how you can see the helium ring over the top of the food court. That's really cool. And you've got the Insanity Ride just there as well. It's a nice place to come and sit and have your lunch, actually. Maybe just a little bit more trimming on the building as well, potentially. Oh, Tommy, you must have turned off by now. That's it. Unsubscribe to Matty. I thought we were friends, Matty. It's alright. I gave Chrissy's park critiques as well, and she's my wife. So this is where, like, the next time Tommy does one of my spotlights, no, on one of my parks is like, that's wrong, that's wrong, that's wrong. Change that. Don't like that. Right, let's walk around here. And then we come to this new area. I like how this transitions. Even the path changes. The path changes. The fence changes to the don't die fencing. And we come around here. Now, how do we get to Rusty? I want to get to Rusty. Right, so... Okay, if I just carry on walking this way around, I think I can get to it that way. So, let's just carry on walking. Oh. So we have Gekko, which is also shut. And untested. So, let's put that into test mode and we'll come back to that in a second. So, let's carry on walking down here. We'll go on Rusty while we just wait for Gekko to do whatever it needs to do. Here we go, here's Rusty. Right, so let's have a walk down this queue path. I love this ride. Absolutely love this ride. I remember when he built this in the series. It's arguably probably my favourite. Oh no, actually, I was going to say this is probably my favourite ride in the park, but no, it's not. Anyone who watched the series knows what the best ride in this park is already. So, I love this station. Just all the scaffolding that you've done. And even the way that you put the Rusty on the sign using them, but the way that you've then changed the colours. Yeah, that's fantastic. Absolutely love that. And let's have a look at the stats. So, not green across the board again, doesn't matter. G-force is well within some good limits now, doesn't matter. Number of inversions, 8. Wow. So, without further ado, let's go for a ride. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Yeah, couldn't ask for any better than that. Perfectly smooth all the way around. Kept up a great speed. I thoroughly enjoyed that. The fact that that's not green across the board, it's just honestly, it's ridiculous sometimes, the stats in this game, because that was actually a really good coaster and one that you would go on in real life. But then you look at the stats and it's like, nah, it's not green across the board. It clearly means nothing, does it? I love the fact that you've got this little backstage maintenance area here that you look at just as you're going up the first climb. Yeah, brilliant. Now, I'm just going to have a very quick look at this, and then we're going to turn around and go back to Gekko. So we've got ring toss, 5 rings for £5, prize every time. So one of the midway games. Frontier, please put midway games into Planko 2. Thank you very much. Make sure that the guests can use them. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. It is not a theme park unless you have got some bloke shouting at you saying, come and have a go, £5. £5, only £5 for 5 rings. Or the basketball. £3, £3 for 2 balls. You know what I mean. It's not a theme park unless you have that. So, let's have a look at Gekko now it's opened. So, we're just going to cut straight over the path, because that's just how we roll. Let's pause that before that disappears. Let's have a look at the stats. So, green across the board, very nice. 6.6 excitement. G-forces well within some good limits. 78 mile an hour top speed. 2 inversions, 2 airtime counts. Great. So, let's go for a ride on this. Once again, another really good coaster. One thing that I am kind of thinking in this park, now obviously I did Stage Door Studios a couple of weeks ago, and Stage Door Studio theming was incredible. I loved the whole movie stages, all the rides were different films and everything, and I loved that. I thought the theming was incredible. But then I've come here, and I actually think the rides in this park are better than Stage Door Studios. Now, I know that you built both parks at the same time, but I would say that the rides in this park, so far, the ones that we've been on, are better than the ones in Stage Door Studios. So it makes it very difficult for me to say which one I actually prefer more, because I really like the theming of Stage Door, but I like the rides in this one. So we'll carry on round, and then at the very end I might try an attempt to pick a favourite, but I'm not sure if I can. And what I love as well is that he's been able to do a transfer track with an actual car on it by putting another station down here. Rather than just putting a piece of track only, he's put another station in there, so it's actually got the car on it, which I love that. Seeing a transfer track with another car on, don't see that very often. So let's hop out the exit and come back down here again. So this is the way we were coming before. Like how you put the stairs there. Nice little realistic touch. So we've got transition. Now the reason he put this there was because it was transitioning between the river, if I remember rightly. He just wanted to have that broken up there because he thought that the river was a bit too, like the way it was coming through the park, it just needed breaking up just that ever so slightly. So we put that right there, which I think is a really good idea as well. And I like the fact that you put viewpoints inside the hedges. So just stand and take some photos of that. And some great sight lines as you walk down here. Especially this great big wooden coaster here. Timber! So we've got live waiting times. Nice little realistic touch. And again, with a viewing point in front of it so people will actually stand and observe that. Which way does that path go? Okay, I'll have a look at that in a second. Now, I am aware that there's some stuff in the middle that I have missed. So I will make sure to have a look at that before we end the spotlight as well. So that's the exit to that flat ride there. And here we have Timber, which is the big wooden coaster. So let's have a walk down here underneath. Nice queue line. And up here. Up and into the station. So we've got the storage, once again, just that touch of realism. And let's have a look at the stats, shall we? So, not green across the board. G-forces are really good though. No inversions. 3.5 seconds of airtime, that's good. And let's go now for a ride on this. So, for a wooden coaster, it did exactly what it needed to. It does exactly what it says on the tin. Anyone who's not in the UK will probably have no idea what that is. I can't even remember what that was for myself. It was some like kind of DIY paint or something, and you buy it from B&Q and it's like, it does exactly what it says on the tin. But yeah, for a wooden coaster, it did exactly what it needed to. Great airtime, some great bunny hops, great banking, nice big layout. I like the fact that it goes all the way across the entire back stretch of the park. So wherever you are in the park, you can always see this coaster. So yeah, I really like that. Great job, Tommy. So, and I like the fact that it's got a transfer track in it again as well. So let's have a walk down the exit. And let's walk around here. So, we have got the tree topper. So just this little flat ride here. Nice little queue line. Custom fencing. Nice. And we've got Falcon food. Again, nicely done. Nice unique shaped building as well. Yeah, good job. And over here we have got Falcon's Nest, which is another flat ride. So we've got one of these rides, one of the easiest rides in the game to theme. You can literally theme this to anything, I think. But I love what he's done here. So he's actually put the Falcon there and he's put the eggs in. The Falcon guarding its eggs. That's brilliant. I love that. And it ties hand in hand with the coaster that we've got next door, which a lot of you may be familiar with what this is. This is what I've intentionally saved till last. This is the best thing in the park. It's absolutely amazing. I've been looking forward to go on this and experience it myself firsthand. So, we've got a little staff only section. Nice little touch. And we've got Flight of the Falcon. So, let's have a walk down this queue path. So, welcome to all new Falcons. Today, you will learn to fly. This music is ace. There are lessons. There are 3 lessons you need to learn how. Lesson 1. Be brave. Lesson 2. Be strong. Lesson 3. Have elegance. That's me out of it then straight away. I've got no elegance at all. You are ready. I love that. I love that queue line. Absolutely brilliant. Happy flying. We've got bird control. Oh, this is fantastic. Absolutely ace. So let's have a look at the stats. I don't care. I don't care. The stats, I honestly couldn't care less. Let's just go for a ride. Enjoy, everyone. That is absolutely amazing. I love it so much. Best bird coaster in the game that I've seen. Just fantastic work. I loved the fact that it told a story as it went around. What's in there? Oh, that's cool. Nice little touch of realism there. Yeah, I love the fact that it told the story on the way around. Really funny. It felt very kind of Pixar or Disney or something like that. I feel like it should be an IP. I feel like this was a film or something, and they put this film into the park. So let's have a walk down here, and we're pretty much done. We've got this waterfall over here, which I think I've already looked at already. I actually can't remember anymore. But nice little waterfall. And we've got this bridge. This bridge is fantastic. Really nicely decorated. With all the ivy and the trimming that you've got on it, and then the lights that go through. Yeah, great job. And then this brings us back down here. So this flat ride here. And I think that is pretty much the entire park. I think I just need to very quickly just have a look up here. I've got a little shop up here, little seating area. And then this brings us round to the back of wind turbine, human turbine, I'm sorry. And back round to the ring toss. So that is the entire park done. So the only thing we now need to do is have a look at this park at night time. So the whole park is lit up really well. Some nice lighting. I like what's going on there in human turbine. With the spinning lights. That looks really cool. I actually think that looks better at night than it does in the day, actually. Yeah, that's fantastic. As for the rest of the park, yeah, lit up really well. Not too much lighting, not too little lighting. That looks nice over there. And the lights just like bouncing off the trees and causing reflections all over the place, the shadows that it's casting. That looks really good. Looks quite eerie, actually. Carry on walking around here. So Timber lit up really well. Yeah, great job. I like the waterfall lit up like the tinted blue. And then fly to the Falcon with some blue lighting and some green lighting. Or is that all green lighting? I think it's all green, isn't it? It's just the fact that the track is blue gives that illusion. But yeah, I love this park. Absolutely brilliant. And Tommy made this park on a PS5, but made it PS4 limits, so more people can experience it, which I think is fantastic. So this park is available to everybody to download, so make sure and go and give it a thumbs up. Show your support for Tommy. Also go and check out his YouTube channel as well. I'll leave his link down below. Absolutely brilliant YouTuber, better than me. This is where I lose all of my subscribers, and I'll now go and follow Tommy. But it'll be worth it because Tommy's fantastic. But I hope you've enjoyed this spotlight. Not gonna lie, I haven't, because I've made a complete fool out of myself. Please don't all leave me. I'll get better, I promise. But thank you ever so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and potentially an unsubscribe after this train wreck of a spotlight. Take care, stay safe, look after yourselves, and I will see you soon for more Planet Coaster content. Goodbye, everybody.